A growing team effort is helping shelter dogs at the Josephine County Animal Shelter find new homes. Thank you for joining us for Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Oscar Rodriguez.
And I'm Samantha Cadera. The effort is led in part by one business owner who helped spearhead a massive wave of community support. And now more businesses are joining in. Newswatch 12's Daryl Green has the story.
Each dog in the Josephine County Animal Shelter is currently sponsored, so I traveled to Wrap It Up in Grants Pass to speak with the owner of one business who is spearheading the sponsorship of each dog. And for Jeremy Maneker, this collaboration hits home.
He was my soul dog. Like, I don't see, that chapter of my life he was there for, and it's irreplaceable. The whole time that we were together, he was my best friend.
After Jack passed away in April, Maneker immediately made an effort to honor his best friend by partnering with the very shelter where he adopted Jack 13 years ago.
I wanted to be able to share the bond that him and I had, where potentially other dogs at the shelter could have experienced that as well. And I thought it was a good way to give back.
This video turned to multiple businesses joining Wrap It Up Graphics to sponsor dogs throughout the shelter.
It all started with a dog called Queen Curly Fry. So he sponsored her and it worked. So I got a call from a business the other day that said, we want to do what Wrap It Up does. And that alone speaks to what an impact it's had.
In addition to sponsoring dogs at the animal shelter, Maneker also provided the shelter with a custom wrap for their van. And to this day, Maneker remains surprised when reflecting on how his collaboration with the animal shelter has grown.
It's been really fantastic to see how everything came together. And I had no intention of thinking that it was going to get as big as it has and find as many dogs homes as we have.
Moving forward, Maneker and the Josephine County Animal Shelter plan to continue changing the lives of each dog. Reporting in Grants Pass, I'm Daryl Green.
And with Thanksgiving holiday less than 24 hours away, community groups and volunteers across the region are working hard to make sure everyone can enjoy a warm homemade meal.
Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz attended one of these events earlier today and has more on other community events over the weekend. I'm here at Hawthorne Park at one of the many community events going on in Medford, but there are still more to come in the next couple of days. Earlier today, I was at United Medford First Church that was able to give out 125 community free meals for those in need, as well as different blankets, clothes, and even food at a food pantry.
For me, a home-cooked meal is hope for somebody who's on the street, even for just 10 minutes while they're having the meal. Oh, this is how it used to be. How can I work to get back to that place?
The free meals don't just end today, with many in the Rogue Valley continuing throughout the holiday and into the weekend. Tomorrow, the Point Pub and Grill in Central Point will be giving out free meals from 11 to 2. The Gospel Rescue Mission in Grants Pass will also be handing out meals tomorrow from 12 to 3. If you're looking for meals in Ashland, Southern Oregon Jobs with Justice Peace Meals will be handing out meals from 11 to 1 at First Presbyterian Church.
If you are still looking for ways to find food, there are plenty of options for the rest of the weekend. If you would like to find those details, you can visit our website at kdrv.com. Reporting in Medford, I'm Grace Ritz. Now let's check in with Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman, because earlier today you said it actually got up to 61 degrees today.
That's right, yeah.
That's pretty surprising for a November day.
It is well above average
Yes.
this time of the year, over a good 10 degrees above normal. But some changes are on the way as we head through your Thanksgiving and then into Black Friday. We got a storm system off to the west. Eventually we're going to get some showers to move in late tonight into tomorrow morning along the coast. But this is going to be a fairly weak system. A few showers could work inland through your Thanksgiving day, but it won't be adding up to much for most of the region. Out there now, skies are mostly clear. Starting to see some areas of fog already developing in the Illinois Valley. Some more fog will be possible in some of our west side valleys overnight. Take a look at temperatures. We've fallen into the 30s on the east side. Temperatures tumbling out there this evening. 38 in Klamath Falls. It's 36 in Montague. Right now 48 degrees in Grants Pass and 50 in Medford. Tonight, look for those clouds to increase. Some showers working in along the coast late tonight, and then tomorrow on your Thanksgiving. Some showers possible inland. We should stay mainly dry with brighter skies for the east side and in Northern California. Winds will pick up with this storm system as well tomorrow. If you're heading to the Turkey Trot in Talent tomorrow morning, could see a little bit of fog. Generally expecting some dry conditions. Chilly temperatures though. Can't rule out a stray shower, though, as this next system moves on in. Here's a look at your travel forecast. Once we get past Thanksgiving, really nothing too terribly of importance to note. We may see a weak system move in later Saturday into Saturday night, but really not expecting much of an impact to travel. We'll take a closer look at your Thanksgiving forecast and what to expect through the rest of the holiday weekend coming up in just a bit.
After a social media post about the Grants Pass Dairy Shop closing, thousands of people started worrying that the iconic Rogue Creamery cheese shop in Central Point was next. But when I stopped in today, they made it clear they're not going anywhere. They're just shifting their focus back to where the business started.
We're actually really honored that everybody reacted so much to the post. It means that you guys really care and really valued our place there in Grants Pass. We're so thankful for everybody's support over the last many years there. We're really refocusing on our business here in Central Point.
Rogue Creamery says the dairy in Grants Pass was always about one thing, keeping a steady supply of organic milk flowing. But with shifts in the industry, a longtime Rogue Valley Dairy is stepping in to take over that job. The creamery wants everyone to know nothing about their cheese-making home is closing. The cows are staying local, and the beloved blue cheese is still very much coming out of Central Point.
We've only been dairying or owning a dairy farm for about the last 10 years. It's not an essential part of our business to make our own milk. Most cheesemakers don't have their own dairy cows or dairy farm, and really we need to focus on what we do best, which is just cheese making.
And right now they're heading into what staff call the cheese equivalent of the Super Bowl. The day before Thanksgiving is one of their biggest shopping days all year. A mix of out-of-town relatives, holiday cooks, and locals stocking up for the weekend rush.
I think today might be the busiest day of the year. A lot of people have people visiting from out of town, and they like to bring people here to the cheese shop.
Inside the Central Point shop, shelves are packed with local favorites, wines, pears, hot sauces, jams, and of course, the award-winning cheeses that put Rogue Creamery on the map.
It's important to keep as much of our abundance here in the valley so that we can continue to grow all of our wonderful partner businesses around here. We're really lucky to have a wonderful support from the community, and we like to return that.
The Grants Pass Dairy officially closes December 1st, but the creamery itself, it's staying right here in Central Point. It's staying right here in Central Point, just as it has for nearly a century. Reporting in Central Point, I'm Samantha Cadera. Medford police say they've recovered more than $140,000 in stolen radio equipment taken from 2 Medford fire storage containers. This month, a 33-year-old suspect is now in custody, accused of multiple high-value thefts across Jackson County. Police say the first break-in was discovered on November 6th when Medford fire crews found a Connex storage container forced open and thousands of dollars in radio equipment missing. A second burglary was reported on November 20th, targeting another container holding parts for a major public safety radio system upgrade. Detectives began investigating both incidents immediately as they searched for the person responsible.
They had found that these storage containers had been broken into and were inventorying and discovering, oh, hey, a bunch of radios were stolen, some other stuff was stolen. And so our detectives started working that case, trying to figure this out, trying to find that property. And then again, a second burglary occurred at another storage container for Medford Fire.
Detectives later identified 33-year-old Christian Thomas Jacobson as a suspect, and police say he admitted to the thefts. Investigators recovered more than $140 in stolen radio equipment, including items he allegedly sold online, even a package headed to the East Coast. Jacobson was booked on aggravated theft, burglary, and theft charges and was arraigned this afternoon.
And an arson suspect is now in custody after a series of fires through North Medford early this morning. Take a look at some of the damage from those fires. Police responded to a total of 6 of them, mostly around North Pacific Highway. Police were able to locate a 45-year-old suspect leaving one of the fires. Tina Fonseca was taken into custody after a brief foot pursuit. She now faces 5 counts of arson and 6 counts of reckless burning. And we're continuing to track changes in Medford leadership as a new interim city manager, John Vowell, started his new role on Tuesday. Newswatch 12 had a one-on-one with Vowell earlier today, and he said he cares about the Rogue Valley and excited to serve the Medford community. But Vowell also said that he's not interested in becoming the full-time city manager and is happy to fill in as an interim for the time being.
I think it's probably time for new leadership, and so I think me permanently is probably not the best role. I think I can serve in an interim and serve well in that position.
Weil mentioned that one of the biggest things he's looking forward to is ensuring a good relationship between staff and their elected officials, as well as making sure that Medford's policymakers are getting the information to make informed decisions. And in a developing story, the U.S. Interior Department is announcing major access changes at national parks that will take effect on January 1st. New digital America the Beautiful passes will soon be available through recreation.gov. The updated fee structure gives U.S. residents lower prices, while non-residents will pay more, including a $100 surcharge at 11 of the most visited parks. Oregon's only national park, Crater Lake, won't be impacted by the new international surcharges.
And with the holiday season here, we're getting ready to kick off our annual holiday toy drive to make sure every kid gets some holiday cheer.
You can drop off new unwrapped toys at any of these red barrels at our partnering Grange Co-op locations across the Rogue Valley and in Klamath Falls. Well, then we'll collect those toys and distribute them to children in the areas where they're donated. Right now, you're looking at the generous donations we've received last year, which brought a touch more magic and joy to local kids. You can drop off toys beginning this Friday at your nearest Grange Co-op location.